Hey, welcome to Cheryl's Network Live, coming to you from Las Vegas. And today we have a special call-in guest. And let me just share a little bit about this call-in guest. You know how in business today, so many people do not have a plan B. Well, this brilliant man coming to us from Vancouver Island, British Columbia, Canada, he's going to share with us what he did in his business for a plan B. Mike, are you there?
Yes, I'm here, Cheryl.
Good. Well, thank you so much, Mike, for joining us today on the show. And I'm just thrilled to have you share with our listeners what you've done in your business. You've done some extraordinary things, and you have a small hot tub store. Is that right?
That's correct.
So share with our listeners what you've done to really change your plan B and add significant income.
Well, thanks, Cheryl, for having me on the call. And, you're right. Like, I don't have a pension. When you own your own traditional business versus maybe working for someone else that, you work 40 hours a week for 40 years and you get a gold watch and a pension. And it's amazing because half the people, probably more than half the people that retire today can't retire because their pension isn't big enough for the cost of living, or they haven't saved up money. And so I don't know about in the States, but in Canada, there was a statistic on the news the other day that 50% of Canadians are living paycheck to paycheck. And it's kind of sad because what do? Go find another job, another part-time job? And so I've always looked at the network marketing industry over the last 20 years, and I looked at it as a business standpoint, not someone that, it's a pyramid, it's one of these things, and it's a scam. I don't think the business would be doing $178 billion a year if it was a scam. But, if you could put your business hat on and really look at what this industry can do for you, it's turned my life around. And because you're right, I have a hot tub store, but you know what, Cheryl? I'm only as good as the next hot tub I sell. And if I don't sell a hot tub, how do I pay for the overhead, the bricks and mortar, the employees, the workers' compensation? And so a lot of people out there that have their own traditional businesses, it's not as rosy as maybe a lot of people think. And because at the end of the day, all your employees get paid first and then you get paid last. And so I saw the business model. Again, I looked at the business model. I took away all the negativity that you hear about this industry, and I looked at the positive notes, and I looked at people that were in there that were doing well, and I asked them questions, and it really came down to leverage. And like someone told me, I'd rather get $1 from 100 people than trying to get $100 for one person. And when you have something that's residual, that when you run out, you got to go back and buy it again if you like it and it works. And so the business model was great, but then you also have to find a company that has a good product that works, that you see results. It's not something you take and you go, I wonder if this is working, or, I don't know if I feel any better, but I'll take it because I'm supposed to. But I looked for a product that was, that was results driven, that people saw results right away. And if it's emotional driven and results driven, you've got a good start. But then the second part of it is the ownership. Who's the company? Do they pay out fair? So there's a lot of variables as a business person you kind of look at to make sure it fits all the criteria. And so, I've been doing this now for probably 20 years, but the last year or two, I've kind of hit a home run. I found my niche. I never gave up. I believed in the industry, but sometimes you just got to wait and find the right company, and that's what I did. And it's changed our lives. And you still have to go to work. That's the thing, though, Cheryl, is that a lot of people say, it didn't work, or, they didn't go out and do anything. Mm-hmm. And so, this industry is great, but you have to put some effort into it.
I understand. And so what you've actually done then, Mike, is you've added a coffee, which is a weight loss coffee, which does a lot of other things. And you've shared that with other businesses too, haven't you?
Well, exactly. But the big difference is, though, I lost 30 pounds, and I wasn't really overweight. I'm 6'1". You know, I played a lot of, you know, being a Canadian, you got to play hockey. And but you know, I remember I got on this product. It was like June, and I started playing hockey. And I went to the ice, and guys said, "What are you like? Holy cow! Like, what are you doing?" And I'm flying around on the ice, and that's what I'm saying. When you have something that is results driven, and people saw the difference. I think that's the key. As remember I said, you got to find the product that works. Because if the product doesn't work, I don't care how good your pay plan is, it's not going to. It just won't work. And so I went out and I shared it with businesses like myself. I have a lot of traffic come in the door. I went to hair salons. I went to sun tanning salons. I went to people that do nails. I talked to people who own businesses because they get it. Like they want to see the business plan. How do you make money? And so this has just been a perfect fit for me.
Well, that's awesome, and I so appreciate you sharing it because, you know, just like in the United States, people live paycheck to paycheck as well, like they do in Canada, and it is very sad, and there is another way. And so with your interview here, hopefully we will get this out to people that can maybe change their life as well and their financial situation with the plan B that you've added to your life and your business. So thank you so much, Mike, for being on the show today. And we're going to just call it a wrap. This is Cheryl coming to you from Las Vegas with Cheryl's Network Live. We'll see you next time.